first window. Are we ready? Okay, here. We need to see your face. So, Patty, I cannot see your handsome face. There you go. Good. Thank you.
Go to your
Yep.
left.
So remember?
Actually, Ken, Patrick.
Remember, get in between the person in front of you.
Captain.
Michael Durunda, can you go this way a little? Great, thank you.
Connor, go over one.
Whatever you want. Jacob,
Connor, go over one.
this
And
way
then
just a
Phil
little.
in
Great.
front, please. Yep. And then Harry, can I have you go to the between Connor and Evan, please? All right.
Still can't see Pat. You can probably go.
Yeah, James, move over, please, to your left.
Thank you very much. There you
Yep.
go.
Gage, step down and move over. We should be able to get that. Go on, for him to go back. All right, Connor, move over. Harry, move over. Evan, move over. That should get us space. That Corbin over one, Gus over one, and then we should be able to.
Corbin, keep going. Evan, you're good if you can squeeze in there. Great. Corbin, keep going, please. Great. Gus? Good. Thank you. Okay. All right, great.
James, move to your right, team there. Good. See anyone else that's...
No, we're good. We are really good. We're the best we've ever been. I know that much. Joey, this way a little. Great. Okay, eyes on Mr. Bloomfield. Sorry, Mr. Bloomfield. Yes.
Countdown, yes.
Okay, do you want me to say on three?
Yeah, sure.
On three. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Take a break.
We're not done.
No, we're not done. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Take a break. Excellent timing with the sneeze, Anna. One more round. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and stay right there. Oh my gosh. Mr. Devonzo, front and center, please. Squeeze in, Mr. Devonzo.
We'll title this picture Beauties and the Beast.
All right, well done. Yes, yes, yes. All right. This will get some smiles. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Stay there for 30 more seconds. Families, this is when you
The light off my
stay
phone,
there
too much.
and look at your families. This is family time picture. Family time picture. Well, he's
He's trying to hide, too. He does it all the time. He was so mad that he had to go up front. I go, I spent $6,000
right.
on that smile.
Yeah.
Okay, stop for a second so you don't have to explain the crazy man.
That's right. How'd he get in there? Somebody's crazy grandfather hopped in. We'll see. Okay, they stop. Thank you. I'll take the shade while I can.
Here we go.
We're going? Are they moving yet? Take the good shade off.
Here we go. There we go. Here we go.
All right, we're moving. All right. Hey, progress.
Come on. Congrats to the class of 2024.
I haven't tripped yet. Are you stopping them? No, are you stopped? We're just keep going. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep, that's all right. I'll wait because so he doesn't. I'll wait. I'll wait. Can you tell me when they're on me though? Thank you very much. Okay, Bill. Excuse me, Graham. Coming right at you. Hi, Jack. You want to take over, Jack? I might have. Are you staying here? Make sure they don't start 2 rows. We got to stay 1 row.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, thank you.
Stop going in there.
We're going to stop right here. We're going to rest our stones
Okay.
for just a minute. Okay? All right, guys, so we're going to pause right here.
You can put your stones down. Going, Jer? Sir? Yep, over here. Yep, and I made sure there's just one line.
You got to start right in the corner here? Or you want to start over there?
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Jerry's here.
Where do you want to be? You want to be up front? Okay, right in the corner there is good. Here we go.
Hang on a second, Jerry.
Jerry, look at Mr. Bloomfield.
Want me to take that?
Can I get one with him?
Yeah, hurry up. Sorry.
My Six Flags buddy.
Next.
All right, next up.
Do they know to come here?
All right, guys.
Wally's got him.
Okay, man, come on in. What do you want to be? You want to be up top or?
Hold it.
Yes.
There you go. Hold it up.
Yeah. Quickly before you put it down. All right, got it.
Next.
Just lay it up there. No matter how. All right, man, you're gonna hold it up. Get a shot.
So we wanted the picture on the wall, and that of them placing it on the wall.
Okay.
So place it, Tucker. And you're going, Ben.
That's it.
Go right here to the dining hall. Jerry, dining hall.
Cool. All right. Hey, Jimmy. All right, man, so you're gonna have it facing up like this.
Yeah,
and then
rest,
give me a picture
rest
like
it on the thing.
Yep.
Move over a little bit.
Yep.
All right, look here. All right, thank you.
James, I need that hat, or you need to give it to your parents. You can't wear it the rest of the procession, okay? So are your parents here? You want to drop it with them, then go to the dining hall?
Lay it in front and then lay it in. Yep.
Thank you.
Wherever you want to be. Right.
Right, yeah, Emma, they might go here and have their picture taken with their
Good, Mr. B?
with somebody. That's okay, as long as they go inside afterwards. You stay in the shade. Right there.
Got it, thank you.
Good, they can lay it right in wherever you want. It's heavy, huh?
Good.
Watch your fingers, yeah. Is that cool? Good, where you want to be? Okay. You're going to go, yep, just have it laid down like this in front of you, and then they're going to take another one and just lay it back. So you're going to go next to Tucker, okay, up top? There you go. Just watch your fingers, okay? All good. All right, man. Congrats.
Rodrigo, right to the dining hall.
Daughter, just lay it, just put the edge on it like this and smile. There you go. And then just go next to Rodrigo, I think. Yep. Just lay it right under. Yeah. Yep, upside down. Yep. Yeah, he gets you.
It's all good.
There you go.
It's okay. It's okay. Come here.
Let's go. Lay it like this and hold it and then smile. Okay? There you go.
Right
Vamos.
here. Thank you.
Ahí, ahí, ahí.
Let's go next.
Then hold it and smile. Okay? Yeah, just go above it. That's it. And then just smile for the camera. Okay? Go like this, and then smile for the camera. Okay? Good. Just lay it in. You're just gonna hold it. Yep. Then smile. Yep.
Guys, once you lay your stones, right to the dining hall for the flowers.
You get the idea? Yep. So lay it on in so you get started.
Look at that. Fresh.
That's a cool one. Yeah. Love it.
Right to the dining hall.
There you go.
It's one of those ones that when it gets weathered by time, it's going to look better, you know? It is.
Emma, there's a door stop, like the hallway to my office. You just want to go run and grab that door stop so you can use it there, go ahead. Whatever you want. That way you can get in the shade.
Yep.
Thank you.
Just like this, one at a time.
One at a time. Callie, back up. We're just doing one at a time this year.
Got it. Yep, up or down. Yep. Got it. Next up, same thing.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. You got it. Got it. You're welcome. Congrats on your award.
Go that way, Callie. Go that way.
Same thing, you got the idea? Be up or down. All right, same thing. That's a cool one. You got it. Next up, here we go. All right, take a shot. Nice smile. Up top. Is that good?
That's really nice, Steph.
Steph, did you sew through some Rubicon?
Yeah.
I saw that. That's nice.
That's that finishes
Great
it.
job.
Right here. One more.
Next up. That's a nice one. Nice one.
See the right hand?
Got it. Okay. Right. Okay, here, can you like this?
Maybe while you continue to get it ready, with the turning it around. Thank you.
Okay. You got it.
Swanson next. Swanson next.
Brett Scrammer. Brett Scrammer. Yep, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Go behind me. Yep, you're fine. Sally, look at Mr. Bloomfield.
Oh, hi. You got some too?
Thank you.
Miss Earls. They're not all going to fit. We're going to have to redirect to the other side.
We.
Why don't you take them out?
Yeah.
Starting with Joey, everyone else.
Andy, excuse me. We started on the inside over there. Okay. No, but they'll all go on the same wall. Yeah. This is just ceremonially. Yeah. Well, they don't all fit on one side, so
They are for there.
I believe we're going to start here. Believe so. Oops, I feel like I missed something. Oops, we kept going. My bad. Excuse me, I thought we stopped. Bye, Ariel. Great job. Thank you for the card. Not in front of the camera. Okay, switching sides. Thank you.
You guys, how are you all doing? You doing well?
We're starting here? Great.
There you go, Joey.
Just like that.
There you go, bud. You're going to just put it right there and smile for the camera.
Mr. Buzak, you have to go to that side, please.
Okay, sorry.
Almost done, buddy.
Right, look right here. All right, thank you.
Get a workout. Gotcha, Joey. I'm going to spin you around the flag. All right, next up. Next up. There you go, bud. Smile for the camera. Is that in a song?
Mr. Buzak.
John O'Connor.
Mr. Buzak.
John O'Connor, come here for a second, please. Go grab just a bunch of paper towels from the bathroom, please. Thank you.
Next up. There he is, Stoggy. Stoggy, just lay it down and smile. Yep.
Got a boy.
If you spin it, I can lay it. Okay? Spin it and I can lay it.
Oh, good one.
Yep. Joe.
All right, John O'Connor, here he comes right now. Give him the wall. Go give him to Mr. Swanson. Wally. Yep. Gotcha, buddy. Thank you very much. Here you go, pal. Here you go.
Thank you, I got you, man. All right, buddy. See you later.
Mine's like a metaphor. You interpret it how you want.
See, I expect nothing less to St. John's Fisher.
I interpret it as
Right there. Way over here, Daisy.
I interpret it as a blank canvas time. Blank canvas, ready for you to paint.
Yeah, put it down. Take your time. We're fine.
Okay. One more.
Sorry.
Where do you want to be?
10 more. 10 more.
It's okay. Yep. All right. That's a good one. Dog lover, I forgot. Yeah, just like that.
Aria, you can just keep it right there. You're fine. Don't move it again until you come up here. You're fine.
Got it. Good job. You got it? My buddy. My running buddy. No, you're going to take a picture here? Yep.
Right here. Thank you.
Mr. Bluefield, let's get a photo of him walking up here with this song.
Good job, Aria.
Got it, bud?
Thank you.
Great job, Aria.
Right there. Good.
Okay. Good.
Aria, dining.
Dan! Kelly! By the right! Quick! March!
Definitely not talking to me.
So where you were in mid-March? You guys are so good. Must have hold you back.
I don't even think any of these. He's like, what? I do it all year. No way.
Marshals, were you told to stop up here? Yep, thank you. Right before the track, even better. Bless you. Thank you.
We just walked right past the 10 that went to the baseball field. Bye! They would all follow us, too.
They would.
That would be a good...
Why wouldn't it?
Just keep walking right by your 10.
Oh my God.
Just go down to the baseball. Keep going.
If these guys have any ideas of how
I've had one for like 5 years. I know, I don't think any more registration. Yeah, it's so great. Got it. Whoop, careful, Russ. I'm texting you driving.
It's Mr. Kelly's granddaughter.
they are. Inviting him back next year.
You see Grampy? Bumpa. Bumpa. Very good. Do you know where you go?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
On this side.
Yep, sure. Yep. Don't follow me.
Welcome to the 220th commencement ceremony of Wilbraham Monson Academy. My name is Brian Easler, and I am the head of this wonderful school. It's a glorious day to celebrate the class of 2024, and we're so happy to see you all here. Let me take a moment to briefly introduce Andrew Mealy, a member of our Board of Trustees and the chair of our Buildings and Grounds Committee. And if you could just wave and let everyone know where you are. Thank you. Much of the improvement you have seen on the campus over the last 5 years is the result of Andy's commitment to this community. We have also had the pleasure of Andy and Kim putting their 3 children through the school. Alessandra, class of 2009, Brooke, class of 2011, and Andy, class of 2015. Thank you, Andy, for your service to the school and for being here today. I'd also like to briefly introduce our commencement speaker and honored guest, Arnie Duncan, who is currently the managing partner of the Emerson Collective in Chicago and the former United States Secretary of Education from January 2009 to December 2015. Closer to our hearts, however, is Mr. Duncan's preeminent role as the dad of Ryan Duncan, who graduated from WMA last year with the class of 2023. I actually asked Mr. Duncan if he would be our commencement speaker last year, and he said no. A decision for which I have such respect, because he said it was Ryan's graduation from WMA and he wanted to avoid anything interfering with Ryan being the center of attention on his day. I will introduce Mr. Duncan more fully later in the program, but just wanted to let everyone know that he's here and thank him for being here with us today. Before we begin, let's take a moment to reflect in silent meditation. We are all extremely fortunate. We have many things for which we can be thankful. We have gathered on this absolutely stunning day people of many faiths and beliefs, families from around the world, to support and celebrate as one the accomplishments and the bright future of the class of 2024. They hold the keys to the days and years ahead, and we have faith in their ability to unlock the world's potential for us all. To live in peace, to treat one another fairly, and to seek to understand before we seek to blame. Let us ponder in silence for a moment our admiration for the members of the class of 2024 and the promise they represent to the world. And now let us consider for one more moment those who have less to be thankful for than others. Many have experienced suffering, loss, injustice, and heartbreak in recent days and over the last year. For all of those less fortunate than us, and for those of us who have faced hard times, let us remember them with another moment of silence. It is now my honor to present the valedictory, or the farewell address. This is my last chance to give some words of advice to the assembled members of the graduating class because, and they've heard this a few times already, they will never be gathered together like this ever again. This is because they will soon scatter to the far reaches of the globe and engage in new and exciting challenges and opportunities. And even though they will stay in touch on social media and come back to visit occasionally, it is very unlikely they will ever all be together at the same time like this. We are so very grateful for the time they have spent with us, and we look upon their graduation with the bittersweet mix of sadness that they will be absent from our daily lives, but also joy for their future and their connection to WMA as alumni for the rest of their lives. My talk today will be brief, and Mr. Devanzo will be pleased to see that I will keep that promise. Just as a quick story and something for us to ponder. I was in Costco with my wife in the fall. We shop there often, which will please the students in the student investment seminar since they just invested $2,500 in Costco stock last week. I was just standing behind our cart watching people like I usually do and waiting for my wife to come back with a box of 5,000 coffee pods. And I noticed a guy wearing a sweatshirt that grabbed my attention. On the back of the sweatshirt in big, bold letters was the saying, "Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind, always." It really stuck with me and struck me in the moment. And I've spent the following weeks and months since then thinking about that phrase. At first I thought, really? Everyone, all the time? And then I thought about myself and asked, when am I not struggling with something, quietly, in my own head, that those around me know nothing about? When do any of you remember a time when you had nothing in your head you were battling with? No deadlines, no family turmoil, no unfulfilled desires, no difficult conversations you know you need to have but you really don't want to? The truth, and the phrase captures this, is that we are all, at every moment, struggling quietly with something. A temptation to do something we shouldn't, a sick or struggling loved one, a regret over something we did that we shouldn't have, or that we didn't do that we should have, a disappointment in others or ourselves that we just can't let go, disbelief that someone else doesn't see things the way we do, a sense of frustration about something we don't actually control, or a situation over we feel powerless. We all fight these battles within ourselves every day. We carry them with us quietly, mostly. Whether you ever thought about this or not, I bet each of you can easily remember right now a time when you let your inner battle negatively impact your interaction with another person who didn't deserve it, who had nothing to do with your inner conflict. They just happened to be the unwitting recipient of your frustration or disappointment or anger about something you were quietly struggling with. Now, if we realize we share this common experience, regardless of the personal causes, perhaps it can help us find common ground to be kind to one another rather than extending our struggle onto others who are dealing with their own. Perhaps we can be more quick to forgive others when we are the recipient of their unwarranted response to us. Perhaps we can pause for a minute to remember that we have much more in common with others than not. And we can show a little extra patience, a little extra compassion, and a little extra kindness. So that is my last piece of advice, class of 2024. To remember that everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind, always. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2024 speaker. Each year, the graduating class selects several of their members as candidates for a class speaker, and then those candidates are voted upon by the faculty. Being chosen by this dual selection process serves as a testament to the respect with which the selected student is held in this community and the trust they have earned in their time here. Our Dean of Academics, Melissa Earls, who has known Ariel Cakeley since she was in the 7th grade, says this about Ariel: her authenticity, her unwavering kindness towards others, the special bonds she shares with family and friends, her eagerness to draw in the underdog and prop them up. There's so much more to her than most people realize. This is how we have all come to know Ariel and why we look forward to what she has to share with us this morning. Please welcome to the podium, Ariel Cakeley.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ariel, and thank you for being here today. WMA has been my home for 4 years, and it is because of my gratitude for WMA that I wanted to speak today. I have found myself through this school and the support of all of the faculty and students. I got to try track for the first time and found my truest passion all through the encouragement of my amazing coaches. I've had the opportunity to meet people from all over the world whose impact would never have reached me otherwise. I have had the chance to travel abroad, which I never dreamed would be possible, and be exposed to new cultures. It is through WMA that I found where I want to spend the next 4 years of my life and realized my future by discovering my academic love for STEM and mathematics. I have discovered how to emphasize my strengths and build off of my weaknesses. I have struggled, I have found success, but most importantly, I have learned about myself, about others, and about the world. Obviously, this occasion isn't just a chance for me to express my gratitude, but it is also the opportunity to try to represent our experiences as a class. I want to thank my class for selecting me as a representative of our collective selves and for allowing me this opportunity to acknowledge our growth as people. We are right back where we started, uncertain. I came to WMA in the fall of 2020 as a freshman. Rather than begin high school with huge celebrations and orientation, getting to eat together, and even just seeing each other's faces, we showed up masked and nervous. I remember how much harder it was to be in a new environment when you could not smile at the people around you or even cough in public. We were starting high school, but with COVID right there, we really did not know if being present at WMA would even last. No one did. And yet, we persevered. We had the honor of helping to reestablish what makes WMA, WMA. We have truly grown up here by creating our own form of normalcy and learning to adapt. We have made memories that will last a lifetime, friendships that will never die, and are leaving behind a legacy of determination and pride. And now we are about to enter another area of uncertainty, college. We have spent 4 years climbing the social rungs from freshmen to the big seniors, all just to return to freshmen. But we have made it through uncertainty before, and rather than approaching it with apprehension, we should be so enthusiastic to find our future. WMA has taught us to value different perspectives, to be open-minded, and to be kind. By creating a stand-up community where people appreciate one another and are willing to learn from their peers, WMA has thus kick-started our journey to realizing who we want to be. College is therefore our chance to truly become that ideal we have set for ourselves. We have the opportunity to create the rest of our lives. I really want to hone in on how we are returning to this former state, uncertainty. However, uncertainty is not a bad thing. This is something new, but it's the kind of new that we get to and are lucky to experience. I also want to emphasize that this restarting of a cycle anew does not mean that we have not made progress. We just learned in biology that de-evolution is a myth. Thanks, Dr. Strauss. Rather, we are only continuing to adapt to our ever-changing environment. We are entering this new phase of our lives with so many more resources and abilities than the first time around. Instead of being frightened of a new place and people, we have our experiences at WMA to back us up. We have been leaders, scholars, athletes, artists, and friends. We have truly become individuals who know how to handle whatever it is that life tosses at us. And yet, I hope we have also realized that we do not have to endure life alone. We have learned to develop friendships which will stand the test of time, how to bond, and most importantly, how to support one another. And for this, yet again, I am grateful for WMA. Over the past 4 years, WMA taught us to cultivate our sense of self. Through encouragement of hard work, enthusiasm for success, and belief in the potential of each of us, we have been enlightened to the strength in our own abilities. Of all of the many lessons learned through WMA, I'm hoping we take our motto, "At home in the world," to heart, and use it to make a place for ourselves wherever we end up, to inspire kindness, and to ameliorate the world. Thank you, WMA. Thank you, parents. And most importantly, thank you, class of 2024. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ariel. Well done, as always. Now we will award the prizes. Before we award the major prizes to members of the graduating class, this year we have one special presentation that we do not normally do on this day. One of our junior class prize winners from yesterday could not attend prize day because his older brother was graduating from college. This is especially important this year because his older brother was in the WMA class of 2020, a class that regrettably missed out on this joyous occasion. Liz Squindo, our Dean of Students, will present this award before beginning our presentation of the major commencement prizes.
The Davison Prize was created by George W. Davison, Wesleyan class of 1888, in memory of his parents, Robert A. and Emmeline Davison. It is awarded each year to that student who is to return to the academy for the following year and who has shown in their school relationships a marked capacity for leadership, cooperation, and helpful influence in school life. When I talked to my colleagues about John to write this speech, each one said something to the effect of, that's a perfect award for John. Or the prize description is John through and through. John's teachers describe him as a highly motivated student who consistently strives to do well in all aspects of his academic work. They remark that his friendly demeanor creates a positive and inclusive atmosphere in their classroom. Mr. Clark Siebold says John is an outstanding jazz music student whose positive attitude, collaborative spirit, and dedication shine bright. As their pianist, John develops an excellent working relationship with his peers and the ensemble to contribute to the overall camaraderie of the jazz ensemble. John is captain of the cross-country and wrestling teams, and this year was co-MVP for wrestling. In the spring, he is a tremendous asset to our mountain bike program. Mr. Stuart Wickham, director of the middle school, says John recognizes the strengths and limitations of our crew and caters his riding to suit their needs. Such empathic leadership is hard to come by. John's leadership impacts so many facets of our community, and in all these areas, he brings individuality, creativity, and hard work. We look forward to seeing what his final year at WMA has in store for him. The winner of this year's Davison Prize, John Crocker. The Billy Lack Prize was established in 1976. The prize is awarded to that student of the graduating class intended to go on to further education who best typifies the personal characteristics of Billy Lack: selflessness and devotion to the academy, and perfection in devotion to duty. Over the last 4 years, Marissa's teachers have relied on her in their classrooms. With exceptional preparation, meaningful contributions to class discourse, and leadership and group work, she enhanced the classroom experience for everyone, her teachers included. Her intellectual curiosity, strong critical thinking skills, and diligence to her studies were recognized with academic honors of a Global Scholar as a 10th grader, AP Scholar with distinction, and yesterday as a member of the Cum Laude Society. Marissa's outreach to new and younger members of our community is exemplified in her role as a Gold Key tour guide. Mr. Darrell Brown says as one of our 5 Gold Key Council members, she is one of our go-to and most effective tour guides. She gives up her pre-periods in an instant, and with a smile, she shares her WMA experience. Marissa has also worked tirelessly as the riflery captain to ensure her skills are top-notch and her team is prepared to compete. Coach Bill Passy writes, Marissa builds a great rapport with all riflery members and fosters a positive team concept. She was also extremely helpful in getting the newer and younger teammates ready to compete. Marissa is an exceptional team captain. I'm not sure when she found the time, but Marissa was also a weekly writing center tutor and math tutor and played varsity rugby. The faculty would like to recognize Marissa Syburn's selflessness and support to this community by awarding her the Billy Lack Prize. The Stephen D. Luckraft Memorial Award was established in 1954 by Mr. and Mrs. Luckraft in memory of their son, Stephen D. Luckraft, Monson class of 1951. The prize is awarded to the member of the senior class who has displayed in their daily actions and personal contexts genuinely fine character, such as that of the boy in memory this prize is given. Gabrielle Pierce has demonstrated her fine character since the middle school, and in so many facets of our community. She has been a consistently positive presence on stage, in our athletic fields, in our classrooms, in our clubs, and in Beach Tree, our summer camp program. In this fall's theatrical performance of Clue, director Kristen Casey describes Gabby's portrayal of Wadsworth as a triumph, nothing short of brilliant. With a perfect blend of wit, charm, and impeccable comedic timing, she embodied the character with infectious energy that lit up the stage. Gabby carries this level of engagement to the classroom. Mrs. Melissa Earle says Gabby is a shining example of academic maturity, social responsibility, and moral integrity. She embodies these values we celebrate at WMA and exceeds expectations to make a positive impact on everyone around her. In AP World, Gabby displayed a desire to succeed and a determination to challenge herself academically. Gabby never shied away from taking on the challenges of this course or any other. In our large community events like school meeting or crossing borders, Gabby educates us through presentations and thoughtfully led discussions. Her work in our affinity and alliance groups served to create an environment of understanding and acceptance, bridging gaps and promoting dialogue on important societal issues. Gabby, this prize isn't just a recognition of your achievements, it's a thank you for all you have done for WMA. The winner of this year's Stephen D. Luckraft Memorial Award, Gabrielle Pierce. I would now like to introduce Melissa Earls, Dean of Academics and Associate Head of School.
Established in 1984, the Dr. Joseph P. Sabula Memorial Award was created to pay tribute to Dr. Sabula's admiration of individual achievements made by an international student at Wilbraham Monson Academy. The late educator was particularly aware of the many contributions made to the academic community by international students who quietly share an interest in our language as they exchange customs and ideals while achieving excellent scholarship. This year's award recipient's most remarkable trait is his insatiable curiosity, which I can confidently say is among the most authentic I have encountered. He exhibits an unyielding thirst for knowledge, constantly seeking to deepen his understanding of various subjects as he actively engages in classroom discussions. This intellectual curiosity has not only enriched his own learning experience, but has also contributed to the overall academic atmosphere of our institution. In addition to his superior curiosity, this student is also an incredibly diligent and conscientious individual, approaching his duties as a prefect with the utmost respect for his position and its responsibility. But what truly sets this student apart is his ability to share his own culture and experiences in a manner that never dominates the situation or diminishes the perspectives of others. This level of cultural sensitivity and humility is a testament to his open-mindedness and inclusivity. I will always remember spending nearly 2 glorious weeks visiting Greece and Sicily with a group of WMA travelers. This student's presence on the trip was a gift, as we watched him take in every experience with his trademark curiosity and authentic appreciation for the world around him, and an amazing camera. The winner of the 2024 Dr. Joseph P. Sabula Award is Gile James Shue. In 1938, Mr. Frank G. Nelson of the Monson class of 1869 established, in memory of his mother, a trust fund under the terms of which there shall be paid each year to the member of the graduating class who has the highest scholastic average for the last 2 years of his or her academic course at the Academy a sum of money. Under the terms of the Nelson Trust Fund, a second sum of money may be awarded if the average of the second ranking student for a 2-year period is close to that of the winner. This year, I have the privilege of presenting the Harriet Jones Nelson Trust Award to two outstanding recipients. The first recipient earned a calculated cumulative average of 98.60 as of the end of the fifth marking period of the academic year. Her schedule over the past 2 years included 7 advanced placement classes, as well as 2 post-AP courses in mathematics, multivariable calculus, and linear algebra. More than one faculty member, both on campus and through our virtual class provider, has declared this young scholar to be the most exceptional intellectual they have encountered. As I was fortunate to have had this young woman in my advanced placement world history class this year, I feel qualified to strongly endorse that well-deserved praise. Even when the student was absent from campus, she was the first to turn in an assignment, and her responses were consistently thoughtful, engaging, and always correct. In addition to her obvious academic prowess, this student has contributed to our athletic department as a wrestler and a rugby player, and to our campus culture as a prefect and a student leader, and presenter at such events as Crossing Borders and Passport Day. We look forward to hearing of her many successes as she continues her academic journey at Harvard College next year. I am honored to present the Harriet Jones Nelson Trust Award to Hanser Yoon. The second recipient earned a calculated cumulative average of 97.49 as of the end of the fifth marking period of the academic year. This student has been with the Academy for 4 years, but I am privileged to have known her throughout her exceptional middle school years as well. As a grade 9 student first entering WMA, she successfully completed Honors Pre-Calculus, Honors Latin 3, and Honors Spanish 3, while achieving an A+ average for the year, and that was only the beginning for this dedicated scholar. While at WMA, the student's course history included 9 advanced placement classes, as well as post-AP multivariable calculus. Remarkably, she accomplished such academic feats while also setting records as captain of the track team, providing tours to prospective families, and serving as a summer counselor at our Beech Tree Camp. We are excited to follow her academic and athletic careers as she enters Tufts University in the fall. I am thrilled to be able to present the Harriet Jones Nelson Trust Award to Ariel Cakeley. I now call upon the Dean of Faculty, Mr. Wally Swanson.
The Pierre Prize. The Pierre Prize is awarded annually to the senior whose record of participation in non-athletic extracurricular activities has been extensive and exemplary. Sally is a 2-time Best Delegate Award winner at Harvard Model Congress and a mentor to our new students in the program. To quote Dr. Kandel, the growth and success of the Model Congress program is largely due to Sally. Sally Gagan has also been a consistent performer in our dramatic productions for years. Mr. Jura shares that Sally is an endlessly inventive performer who never shies away from a challenge, even when that challenge seems insurmountable. She brings authenticity to every role and always infuses the character she plays with humanity, even when she is required to speak in verse while wearing a Bart Simpson mask. She also consistently finds a way to add her sly wit and dry sense of humor to every performance. Although Sally never intended to be a performer, she has been a cornerstone of our acting program for the last few years. My colleague, Kristen Casey, writes, Sally has performed with the Academy of Players since 6th grade. She is one of our most talented actors I have worked with. Throughout our rehearsals and productions of Clue, Sally was a model for her cast. There was never a moment that she was out of character. As someone who has played an international legislator and diplomat, Bart Simpson, and finally Miss Peacock from the murder mystery Clue, we all know who did it. It is Sally Gagan with the Pierre Prize in the main tent at graduation. The Berube Prize. The prize was established in 1968 and is given each year by the parents of Kenneth A. Berube, class of 61 to Monson, to that student of the Wilbraham Monson Academy community who best exemplifies as a worker the determination and dedication to duty of Kenneth A. Berube. Kenneth was an outstanding student and worker at Monson Academy. After attending Brown University, he served as a Marine Corps captain until he was shot down by enemy gunfire in South Vietnam in August 1967. He was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross for heroism and achievement, the Air Medal with 10 gold stars, the Purple Heart, the Vietnam Service Medal, the National Defense Medal, and the Vietnam Campaign Medal. Rather than take quotes from others about Ella Chandler, I wanted to write something myself, not copy others' thoughts, put it in my own words. As a 6'7" former professional basketball player myself, I know what it takes to play at a high level, and Ella has it. The first day she walked onto my basketball court, my daughter Adelina and I knew she had something special. She is a prefect, a team captain, and also one of my best Gold Key Council members. Additionally, after our season this year, we can now both say that we are New England basketball champions. I am also so pleased that she will go on to my alma mater, Manhattan College, to play at the Division I level where I happen to be ranked 4th on the all-time points list while also being dominant on the boards, pulling down 6.1 per game my senior year. Go Jaspers. Ella herself recognizes her growth here at the Academy. She stated at her NLI signing, "Being here has helped me get to where I am. The girls I've been with the past 3 years, the constant support, positivity, and lovingness of this family and these sisters, there's nothing like it." Ella exudes the characteristics of the Berube Prize as she is dedicated to WMA through her selflessness and has been determined since arriving here to leave WMA a better place than she found it. By vote of the faculty and with the overwhelming support of Coach Brown, the Berube Prize is awarded to Ella Chandler. Now let me introduce Kevin Kane, our Dean of Studies.
I'm not 6'7" either. So this prize, the Kyle E. Webb Award. This prize is presented to the student whom the faculty considers to have done the most to promote understanding, respect, sensitivity, and sensitivity for people of different cultural backgrounds within the WMA community. It is given in recognition of Kyle Webb, class of 77, whose leadership as a student was an outstanding model for others to follow. As a school with more than 30 different countries represented in its student body, WMA is a place where students and teachers learn from one another about their cultural backgrounds. This year's recipient, in his own understated way, has been doing this for a long time. I first met this young man when I was doing dorm duty in the middle school, and he was in 7th grade. Ms. Beato Davis, our Director of Community and Belonging, describes this young man as an exceptional member of the WMA community who has shown a remarkable, open, and charismatic approach to diplomatic relationship building across lines of difference. As one of our leaders of the Asian Student Alliance, he is ready and willing to volunteer his time and nuanced perspective to crafting and facilitating student-led workshops on a variety of topics related to the Asian American diaspora and experience. He is a friend to every student he meets and is highly regarded by all the adults who have grown to love him as part of the WMA family. Ms. Mahoney, for whom Daniel has served as team manager for 2 years, adds, "Throughout his time at the Academy, Daniel's innate instincts to celebrate differences and care for others have allowed him to make cross-cultural friendships that have benefited our entire community. He leads by example, showing his peers that it is exactly our differences that make not just the world, but our personal relationships so unique and beautiful. Daniel has made WMA a richer, more connected place, and I'm sure that he will continue to do the same next year at Drexel. This year's recipient of the Kyle E. Webb Award is Daniel Gao." The George E. Rogers Scholar Athlete Award. To help present this award, we will be joined on stage by former Board of Trustees member and alum on the Monson class of 1960, Mr. Don Collins. In 1966, the Monson Academy faculty established the George E. Rogers Award to honor a member of the graduating class for scholarship and participation and sportsmanship in athletics. In recent years, winners of this award have been known primarily for their athletic achievements, which often overshadow the scholarship portion of the prize description. This year's recipient is a perfect blend of the duality of the exemplary student-athlete. Those attributes are enhanced by the genuineness and sincerity of this young man, a theme expressed by all who know him. Athletic Director Don Nicholson said, "To me, he is the epitome of the scholar athlete. I've watched him perform on the basketball court and in our track and field team. He is a strong athlete, but more importantly, he is an excellent teammate, and he works hard in all situations. His pleasant and calm demeanor are a pleasure to observe in an athlete who is asked to perform in a very intense, competitive situation. He is an outstanding young man." Coach Mike Mannix added, "His drive to be the best on and off the court is admirable. He takes the same approach to his life on the basketball court as he does to his life in the classroom. He is always focused on the task at hand. He doesn't worry about what might come next. He does the very best he can in the moment with great determination. WMA has benefited from his hard work, intellectual curiosity, and his ability to inspire others." Ms. Doreen Micah, who works with Mr. Nicholson to help our athletic program stay on track, related her experience during international student orientation from this past year. "I had the pleasure of watching him lead a group of new international students last summer for orientation. His leadership skills were clearly evident. His directions were well explained in his patient, quiet, unassuming way. His leadership skills were not overwhelming to the students, but rather supportive, ready to assist in case someone had a question, a problem, or just didn't understand. It was awesome to see him bridge the language barrier in that manner. It is clear to all that WMA has benefited greatly from having Evan with us the past 2 years. And we are sure that Tufts is lucky to have him joining their community. This year's recipient of the Dr. George E. Rogers Scholar Athlete Award is Evan Reeves. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Don Kelly.
The Markel and Monson Class of 1898 Award. This prize is awarded each year to a senior at Wilbraham Monson Academy who, in the opinion of the faculty, has made the greatest contribution through leadership, character, and courtesy. And also, the Owen David Dow Memorial Award. Owen David Dow, a member of the Monson Class of 1960, lost his life in the summer of 1962 in an airplane accident while he was engaged in a humanitarian mission. At Monson Academy, he was an all-around athlete, a fine scholar, and an excellent school citizen. Mr. and Mrs. Allen L. Dow, Owen's parents, established a fund under the terms of which the winner of the Markel and Monson Class of 1898 Award for Leadership, Character, and Courtesy will also receive this prize. The recipient of these two prestigious prizes was chosen to be the student speaker at our opening of school convocation this year. And I think some of the remarks she made at convocation give us a good insight into her character and what she has achieved here at the Academy. In her speech, she reflected upon how the mission statement of WMA, with its emphasis on this school as a transformational experience for students, has guided her as a student and as a member of the school community. Let me share a paragraph of her speech with you. Quote, "For me, every year the word transform has been a recurring theme. In my freshman year, I grew out of my shell, learned to stand up for myself, and not let others influence my way of thinking or push me over. In my sophomore year, I mutated into a social butterfly and found that even though grades are important, it's even more important to surround myself with good people and have fun every once in a while. In my junior year, I reconstructed my abilities to battle, struggle, and multitask the difficulties of my APs, clubs, and social life. Finally, feeling euphoric because I'm almost at the finish line, I still cannot help but feel as I did all my previous years. Stephanie, you deserve to feel euphoric today as you cross the finish line with flying colors. Since you began your studies here back in grade 8, your transformation has always been on an upward trajectory. Your record at the Academy reveals that you are a hardworking student, a dedicated school leader, and a valued friend to your classmates. We are confident that your transformation will keep on its upward course as you matriculate next year at NYU, New York University. By the vote of the faculty, the Markel and Monson Class of 1898 Award and the Owen David Dow Memorial Award are presented this year to Stephanie Essien. The gift of the class of 1965. In 1965, the graduating class of Wilbraham Academy established an award which should in perpetuity be presented to that member of the senior class who through his or her period of attendance at the Academy has shown through word or deed consistent evidence of a high degree of individuality with a concomitant unwillingness to follow the crowd. The class of 1965 called this the Constructive Nonconformist Award. This year's recipient of the Constructive Nonconformist Award has been described by his advisor and art teacher, Paul Bloomfield, quote, as a quiet and thoughtful student who goes about his day without stirring up trouble, end of quote. Although he is easily identified by his baggy pants and oversized shirts, jackets, and sweaters, the constructiveness and the nonconformity of this year's recipient of the Constructive Nonconformist Award are not seen in his personal deportment and behavior, but rather in his work as an artist. In his application essay for admission to the Academy, he claimed that his greatest strength was his creativity, an important quality to have if you're going to be constructive in a nonconformist manner. As a youngster, he initially nurtured his creativity by playing with Legos and creating many varied structures. His creativity has blossomed since then. Although his teachers feel he could be very successful in many art mediums, such as painting or photography, his inner muse has propelled him in one artistic direction. For him, all roads lead to fashion and fashion design. For example, during our Crossing Borders Day this fall, he presented workshops on the avant-garde concept of gender fluidity in fashion. From listening to a lot of punk rock music, he has become interested in punk rock culture. Currently on display in the Binney Art Gallery are several examples of punk rock clothing he designed by, quote, damaging and roughly adding to old previously used garments, end of quote. He describes his creations as, quote, unorganized, rough, damaged, ragged, and aggressive, end of quote. None of the items he created could be worn with the WMA crested blue blazer on Mondays during the school year without being cited for an out-of-dress code violation by the Dean of Students. Nevertheless, someday you may see his future creations in magazines such as GQ, Vogue, or Cosmopolitan. But in the meantime, I think it's safe to say that he obviously has no future plans at working for establishment clothiers such as Brooks Brothers, Gentleman's Warehouse, Ann Taylor, or Talbot's. Next year, he will further develop his fashion design skills at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. By the vote of the faculty of the class of the gift of the class of 1965 award is presented to Sungmin Eric Lee. Our head of school, Brian Easler.
Although there is no hierarchy among the other various awards presented to the graduating class on this day, the Chandler and Cushman Awards are regarded as the two highest honors presented at commencement each year. For each of these awards, the recipient's name is added to the bronze tablets, which are displayed by the Dean's Office and the Dining Hall, respectively. The Cushman Award was the highest award at Monson Academy, and the Chandler Award was the highest award at Wilbraham Academy. The Frank Chapin Cushman Memorial Award. In 1928, Mrs. Rufus P. Cushman presented the Academy a bronze tablet with the inscription, "To honor right living achieved and to keep high purpose glowing in the soul of youth." It bears the name of Frank Chapin Cushman and the motto, "Live clean, speak true, work hard, play fair." And the inscription, "These were his ideals." The award is presented each year to the student of Wilbraham Monson Academy who best lives up to them. Today we have Dr. Robert Cushman with us to help us present the award. Dr. Cushman is Frank Chapin Cushman's great-nephew. Dr. Cushman, if you could please join me on the platform and help me present the award. Not only is this young woman a fine and accomplished scholar, athlete, and student leader, as her record demonstrates, she is simply unrivaled in her character, courtesy, positive community impact, and citizenship, and she has demonstrated that to everyone in our community in the short time of just 2 years since she arrived. As an indicator of her exceptionally positive impact on our community, she was nominated by the full faculty for four of our major commencement prize day prizes last year as a junior, and she was the recipient of the prestigious Trustee Award given each year to a student who exemplifies excellence in scholarship and high character, combined with achievement in other fields. It was unprecedented for a junior to be so widely nominated for so many awards, especially after just 1 year of attendance at that time, but not particularly surprising given her impact at WMA. She also won our Bausch and Lomb Science Award last year and was inducted into the Cum Laude Society as a junior. She is consummately responsible in all things, including her duties as prefect, and she is the kind of student that makes teachers try harder, just to be sure we are still challenging her and engaging her. She has also been remarkably courageous and a positive role model. Her willingness to push herself beyond her comfort zone is perhaps most clearly exemplified by her decision to switch from her passion for dance to an interest in American wrestling. Sorry. She took that interest and turned it into a demonstration of bravery and hard work this community will not soon forget. Last year, she completed a weekly varsity co-ed wrestling competitions in the 120-pound and 126-pound classes. She went 8-2 in the women's league, competing against schools like Andover, Choate, St. Paul's, and Exeter, and she placed second in the Class A championships. She also represented WMA in the New England and National Wrestling Championships with a record of 2-2 at Nationals. Not only was she named Wrestling MVP, but she made an example of herself of what a committed and brave young woman can accomplish. Unfortunately, she suffered a serious injury in rugby last spring. Yes, this dancer also plays rugby, which precluded her from wrestling this year. Because of her injury, she also needed to return home to Korea for a lengthy period of time. During her absence, she still never missed a single assignment and never lost her footing on this campus or as a member of this community. And all she has done in her 2 years at WMA, she has truly embodied the motto, live clean, speak true, work hard, play fair. We know the folks at Harvard University will be as proud as we have been with this year's winner of the Frank Chapin Cushman Award. By vote of the faculty, the 2024 Cushman Award winner is Hanser Yoon. The Cora Pease Chandler Award. Through the kindness of Major J. Weisheimer, U.S. Army, who died in France in October 1918, a bronze shield was presented to the Academy in 1915 in honor of his mother, Mrs. Cora Pease Chandler, a graduate of the Wesleyan Academy class of 1884. The Chandler Award is presented each year to that student who has shown the best Wilbraham Monson Academy spirit during the year, and excelling in character, courtesy, scholarship, and athletics. That's a tall order. It's basically everything we expect students to do here. School spirit, character, courtesy, scholarship, athletics, everything. For those teachers and coaches who have had the privilege of working with this young woman, she represents the pinnacle of what it means to be a Titan. Her accolades speak for themselves, so I will share a few of them now. From the academic perspective, she has simply crushed it. She completed an incredibly rigorous course of study at WMA that included 8 honors and 9 AP courses, plus multivariable and vector calculus, which is a step beyond AP, all while receiving no grade below A since the 7th grade. Given this, it will not surprise you that during those years she also received Barber Academic Awards for 6 academic courses, was selected as a global scholar starting in the 10th grade, and was inducted into the Cum Laude Society last year as a junior. As a leader in our athletic program, she is a 3-sport athlete who is recognized by her coaches and players alike as a force of self-discipline, determination, and teamwork. She has been a preeminent athlete since she arrived at WMA, but her influence in the program culminated this year when she was team captain and coaches award winner in soccer, team captain and MVP of winter track, and team captain and MVP in track and field. Speaking of track and field, she holds the school records in triple jump, high jump, 300 hurdles, and as the lead in the 4x100 relay. She and her teammates also set a new championship record when they won the 4x100 relay at the New England Championships this spring. With a stack of academic and athletic credentials like that, it would be easy for a student to be a little self-absorbed. Not this woman. Not even a little. She can always be counted on to put herself second to others, to lend a hand, to teach others when she can, to encourage others to find their voice, to help others feel comfortable in a group, and she does everything with a smile. She is extremely determined and driven in all that she does, but she is also humble, level-headed, gracious, funny, curious, and kind. She has literally had a tangible and positive effect on the culture of the school, which is why she was selected as the recipient for the Class of 1977 Humanitarian Award in the 10th grade and the Alumni Award last year in the 11th grade. I have no doubt she will have a similar positive impact at Tufts next year, where she will compete in Division III indoor and outdoor track. By vote of the faculty, it is my pleasure to present the winner of the 2024 Cora Pease Chandler Award to Ariel Cakeley. I am now delighted to introduce our special guest speaker, Mr. Arnie Duncan. Arnie Duncan served as United States Secretary of Education from January 2009 through December 2015 as part of the Obama administration. Prior to joining the Obama administration, Duncan served as Chief Executive Officer of Chicago Public Schools. From 2001 to 2008, Duncan won praise for uniting the city's stakeholders behind an education agenda that included opening 100 new schools, expanding after-school, summer learning, early childhood, and college access programs, dramatically boosting the caliber of teachers, and building public-private partnerships around a variety of education initiatives. He currently leads Chicago CRED, C-R-E-D, a nonprofit trying to achieve transformative reduction in gun violence in Chicago. Through partnerships with local business leaders, community organizers, and nonprofit groups, Duncan aims to provide outreach, therapeutic, education, and employment opportunities for the young men most likely to be engaged in gun violence. He is also the managing partner at Emerson Collective, an organization dedicated to removing barriers so people can live their life to the full potential. Secretary Duncan graduated magna cum laude from Harvard University in 1987, majoring in sociology. At Harvard, he served as co-captain of the basketball team and was named a first-team academic All-American. Arnie is a distinguished senior fellow at the University of Chicago's Harris School of Public Policy. He also serves on the boards of Ariel Investments, Communities and Schools, Eat, Learn, Play, Edmentum, Education Advancement, ESS, Howard University, My Brother's Keeper Alliance, National Association of Basketball Coaches, Ring Central, and Schoolhouse World. Please give a warm WMA welcome to Mr. Arnie Duncan.
Mr. Easler, faculty, staff, board members, parents, and students, good afternoon and congratulations, not just to the class of 2024, but to everyone who helped you get here. And that includes your family, your teachers, and all of your fellow students. I didn't attend boarding school for high school, but as you heard, my son spent a fantastic year here last year, and I quickly came to appreciate how family-like boarding school can be. Eating, sleeping, learning, and hanging out 24/7 will really bring you closer together. I'm told that one of the surest signs that you are truly ready to leave WMA and head out into the world is that you can actually tie a proper Windsor knot. By that standard, I promise you I would absolutely flunk. But hopefully, I am proof that you can get through life anyway, and all of you will as well. Not because you know how to tie a tie, but because you have learned how to think, make judgments, analyze facts, and have well-informed opinions. Most importantly, you've learned to discern truth, and that skill is more important today than at any other time in my life. Mark Twain once said that a lie will make it halfway around the world before the truth puts its shoes on. So many people tell lies, and so many people believe them. The sheer volume of lies in our lives today can seem overwhelming. Thanks to the miracle of social media, anyone can not only say anything they want, and that's always been true, but millions of other people can hear it or see it or read it. And that wasn't always true. It's never been easier to spread a rumor, no matter how false or outrageous. This school has recognized the risk of a world in which it's easier and easier to tell a lie. In fact, one of the 4 precepts in the WMA model is to speak truth, and it's been the school's theme this year. No one can make you live up to that motto except you. Only you can demand the truth in yourself and demand it from those around you. That's a responsibility all of you have now assumed as you celebrate your graduation today. Whatever you do next in life, you have to challenge yourself to always speak the truth, and just as importantly, how to recognize it in others. How to think critically, how to discern between real information and misinformation, how to have the confidence and courage to speak from your heart and tell the truth. It's impossible to overstate the importance of practicing these skills and building these habits. At a time where, unfortunately, there is so much mistrust, what everyone is absolutely craving is authenticity. Your goal shouldn't be to always be right. That's actually impossible. But it can be to listen carefully to everyone and to speak your truth. These are habits that I know you have already developed during your time here at WMA, and those skills are as important or more so than all the content knowledge you have learned in your classrooms. WMA is truly a special place where you learn in classrooms, in clubs, and on playing fields. Like you, I was fortunate to go to some fantastic schools, but the basketball court has always provided me with the best lessons that have lasted for me a lifetime. I learned the importance of teamwork. Being on a team is never about individual success. It's always about making your teammates better. I learned about delayed gratification. I learned there's no substitute for hard work. I learned the importance of practice. I had to get up thousands and thousands of shots in order to try and be able to make a clutch one in a big game. And I didn't always make it, and that may be the most important life lesson of all. I learned that you can't be afraid to fail. You can't be afraid to miss. Trust me, I have failed many, many times. And as much as failure hurts, it's also a space where you might learn the most. The point of life is not to be error-free. It is, I believe, to take risks, to try new things, explore, and challenge yourself, and to try to cherish the lessons in your losses as much as you revel in the joy of your victories. And the one thing I can promise you about life is that something someday will come along that you didn't expect. It will come without warning, and it will challenge you in ways that you could never have imagined. No one knows that better than you, the class of 2024. You started high school at the height of COVID, before we had a vaccine. Some of you lived halfway around the world and were taking Zoom classes at all hours of the night. You had to learn to distance and not only take care of yourselves, but take care of others. Nothing like this has ever happened in any of our lifetimes. It required a level of cooperation, and trust that was beyond anything we have seen in this country in a long, long time. And as with any other major event, we had to find truth in the avalanche of information coming at us. How did it start? Who was at fault? How do we stay safe? How do we keep going? There was literally no playbook. And I want to salute all of you for not just getting through it and getting through it together, but I want to thank Mr. Eastler for his remarkable leadership during this challenging and scary, dangerous time. There are still so many questions to debate and to try to understand. Did schools have to stay closed as long as they did? Who were the truly essential workers? The nurse, the firefighter, the police officer? What about the guy at the grocery store or the fruit picker who supplied the grocery store? I think what we learned is that they were all essential, as with so many others, including so many folks here today, teachers, counselors, coaches, and of course, your parents. They all worked. They all worked together to pull us through, an extraordinary team effort that will bear fruit for the rest of your lives. After spending most of my life in education, for the past 7 years, I have worked with young people on the south and west sides of my hometown of Chicago, who unfortunately live with gun violence every day. Many have been shot. All of them have seen violence far too often, and far too many have lost friends and family members to this epidemic of gun violence. Yet, they still get up every day. They come to our program. They try to change their lives and give up the guns and give up the streets they know for a scary world that they don't know. They are truly the most inspiring people that I've ever met. And in the course of your lives, you will run into people who are very different from you. Their experiences won't be anything like yours. Again, you are so well prepared to learn from and work alongside people of different backgrounds. You have lived and studied with students from across the country and across the globe. That experience is a rare and absolutely invaluable gift that this community has given to all of you. As you know, if you approach people with an open heart and an open mind, you will find out how much you have in common. You will come to appreciate both everyone's struggles and their strengths, their creativity, their joy and wisdom. And all of you will be so much richer from those relationships. So please be grateful today, grateful for your family here at WMA, grateful for what you have learned and who you are becoming. Be proud and happy for yourselves and for each other. And as you leave here, please remember that you have an obligation to live up to the values you were taught here at WMA, and all of you know them very well. Live clean. Life is a blessing, and if you don't take care of yourselves, you won't have much to give others. Work hard. The alternative is unthinkable. You only live once. Why do you want to waste your life mired in mediocrity? Play fair. Trust me, I like winning a whole lot more than losing, but there's no joy in winning by cheating. And finally, speak true. Your word is your backbone. It is the thing we all look for in each other as we go through life, choosing friends, business associates, and life partners. Be true to yourself first, and then true to others. None of these things are easy. None of them are simple, but all of them matter an awful lot. You are part of a community of teachers, coaches, and other WMA staff who will always have your back and will continue to support and guide you long after you leave here today. I don't just think that, I know that because my family has lived that with this community here. It is a gift that is invaluable. You've achieved something that no one can ever take away from you. You have something that will serve you forever. You have a WMA education, and that will be a permanent source of pride, wisdom, and truth for as long as you live. Class of 2024, you inspire me and give me so much hope. I cannot wait to see what the next chapter of your lives are like. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan. That was fantastic. We hear you like to play a little ball once in a while. So we got you some WMA swag to wear while you're crushing other people. Thank you for your leadership for our country and for the world and for the inspiring words. Now we will proceed to the awarding of the diplomas. Before we begin, we have a few logistics. Not only is Mr. Bloomfield our photography teacher here at the Academy, he is also an excellent and accomplished professional photographer. He will take lovely photos of students receiving their diplomas up here on the stage, which will then be made readily available to all of you for no charge. Therefore, we are asking families to please stay in your seats. Do not try to come up into the front to grab photos. We've got it covered for you. Our Dean of Faculty, Mr. Wally Swanson, will read the names of each graduate, and that graduate will then proceed to the stage to receive their diploma, get their photo taken, be congratulated by the receiving line before making their way to their seat. So without further ado, let's begin.
Mr. Easler, Mr. Mealy, it is my honor to call forward the members of the class of 2024 who have completed all of the requirements for a Wilbraham and Monson Academy diploma. The first row, please rise. Lauren Christine Bernardo Bailey. Elisa Bianchi. Corey Bignell. Brett Bucktooth Jr. Zibe Tsai. John Anthony Capello III. That row, please sit. Next row, please rise. Carmine Caparelli. Adela Tetsunanin. Ella Suzanne Chandler. Graduating cum laude, Ariel Victoria Cakeley. Graduating cum laude, Xuanye Chen. Matthew Daniel Clark. Anna Rose Crohan O'Grady. Graduating cum laude, Marissa Magdalena Cyberon. That row, please sit. Next row, please rise. Luca Damniatz in absentia. Jaime de los Cáceres. Tucker John DeBrun. Ifeolu Wakishi Abigail Deji Roberts. Corbin Dixon. Graduating cum laude, Han Lebao Do. Tobias Tyler Dorman in absentia. Abigail Durunda. Michael Durunda. That row, please sit. Next row, please rise. Logan Allen Dudley. Could my colleague Elise Dunbar join us on stage? Graduating cum laude and is a member of the French Honor Society, Callie Elizabeth Dunbar. Stephanie Essien. Autumn Falcone. Joseph R. Fusco. Daniel Gao. Could I ask my colleague Valerie Wallace to join us on stage? Graduating cum laude and is a member of the French Honor Society, Sally Frances Gagan. Alethea Gil Martinez. Gage Samuel Graybill. That row, please sit. Next row, please rise. Nick Gooten. Baron Hardman. Audrey Van Doren Harris. Luke Kevin Haynes. Patrick Michael Healy. Rodrigo Hisa. Isosa Joanne Iahin. Benjamin Carlton Jasmine. Allison J. Joden. That row, please take a seat. Platform party, if you can head to the other side of the stage. First row here, please rise. Natalie Kakule. Adil Abdul Rahman Kamara. Ryan Andrew Keating. Hillel Nakshon Benjamin Kofsky. Arya Perviz Kuzekanan. Maxwell Rodney Kraus. That row, please sit. Next row, please rise. Ty James Quitchoff. Alfred John Laskowski III. Sungmin Lee. Luka Lazic. Arzam Lee. Haoshin Lee. Josiah Martinez. Jacob William Mason. That row, please sit. Next row, please rise. Benjamin James McDonald. Benjamin James Morin. Kent H. Newrider. John O'Connor. Connor Ulerking. Christopher Paquette. Gabrielle Kiara Pierce. Francesco Lorenzo Podesta. Yija Chu. That row, please sit. Next row, please rise. Evan Patrick Reeves. Gassan E. Salem. Addison Sarkis. Liam Michael Shea Gallagher. Lucas William Stogner. I'll read it. Owen Thomas Swanson. Philip Tikhonov. Harold Frederick Toney. Camila Uribe Diaz. That row, please sit. Last row, please rise. James Vranesh. Zhongwang Wang. Zian Wang. David Lapine Wiborowski. Jerry Shu. Gilles Shui. Sung Jae Yeo. Graduating cum laude, Hanser Yoon. Mohan Zhang. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of the Academy, we extend our sincere congratulations to the class of 2024.
Let's have one more round of applause for the alumni class of 2024. Could I have Mr. Devanzo join me up here on the platform, please? Actually, how about his wife Julie and his son Paul as well? Come on up. Paul is class of 2004. Julie is all class. That's right. Julie is all class. So how do you say goodbye to a family member? We don't. We say thank you, Mr. D, for everything you've done for this community since the day you arrived 35 years ago. We say thank you for your perennial good spirit and positive influence on this community, most commonly characterized by your singing and dancing your way around campus. We say thank you for being such a powerful role model for mentoring so many of us who are here with you today. We say thank you for the skill and passion with which you have taught so many of our students and alumni and children. We say thank you, Mr. D, and we wish you the happiest of times in your retirement with your family. We expect you not to be a stranger, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. As testament to your impact, the Alumni Office has orchestrated the creation of a memory book in your honor. For the last couple of months, they have been working secretly behind the scenes, collecting notes, stories, photographs, and anecdotes from people you have known through all these years. The book will contain 117 entries from students, alumni, current and former faculty, former heads of school, current and former board members, and we will present this to you later in the summer. Once it is officially bound, it will contain roughly 15,000 words of sentiment to you and the impact you've had on people's lives. For today, please. For today, in honor of your distinguished years of service, and until you get your memory book, we do have a small token of our appreciation and our gratitude. Hold on, Joey. Hold on. As we conclude, the platform party will recess first, led by Mr. DeVanzo and his family, if they choose, followed by the faculty, and then we will form a gauntlet at the back of the tent. We do this every year. Some of this will be familiar for some of you, through which the graduates will recess to give us one last chance to bid them farewell. Please remain at your seats until the entire graduating class has exited, at which time the ceremony will have concluded. We also invite you to a light luncheon in the dining hall immediately following. Thank you, everyone. Harriet, lead us out.
Emma that way. Breslin this way. Good. Breslin this way. Thank you. Lock in. This way. This way. This way. Thank you.
It's going to be